Hello everybody and welcome to lesson 8 of our 16-lesson bootcamp for non-technical investors. We're going to be talking connectors, projects, and spaces today. In the last 3 lessons of this AI bootcamp, we talked about data sources. We talked about Edgar, Fred, FMP, and others. These are great ways to pull reliable data into our AI system to work with. Today we're talking repositories and rooms, if you will, within the LLMs that can help us organize data and get what we want out of it. So Perplexity Computer has something called spaces. It's analogous to what Claude calls projects. And we want to think of those essentially as rooms, very specialized rooms. The more specialized, the better. But each room, space, or project will have its own context, its own special way of doing things, even its own language. So the idea is that when we work within a space or a project, the LLM will accumulate specialized knowledge on that particular topic that that room is about. And that is very different from just engaging in a chat with an LLM. Chats, they're ephemeral. Once the chat is over and you start a new chat, there's really no carryover of context. But in spaces and projects, there is, so they learn. But one important thing about spaces and projects is that we should not treat them as folders, like a folder in a file system on a computer where we just dump everything in there, because then the whole logic of having a space or a project is lost essentially, because it's not going to be anything too specialized at that point, and it's just going to have too much information in there. So that's what we're going to learn in this lesson, is how to optimize the use of those spaces and projects. And we're also going to talk a little bit about connectors. Perplexity, Claude, and others, they add ways for you to connect other services that you use as part of your AI stack. Simple things like Google Drive, and others, and there the rule is basically only connect what you need. Don't go and connect everything immediately, because every connector provides a surface area that can expose you to risk, to unwanted actions by the LLM, to data being compromised, and so forth. So for example, in this AI bootcamp, we don't need Gmail. So we're not going to connect Gmail just for this AI bootcamp. We may need Google Drive, and that's fine. But again, with connectors, only use what you're actually going to be benefiting from. We're going to also see in this particular lesson the strengths of Perplexity Computer versus Claude and how they can complement each other. So the example we're going to use in this lesson is actually going to be a company that we know quite well. What we're going to do is we're going to give Perplexity in a space a certain prompt, and then use the output in Claude to take it a step further. So I think that's going to be quite instructive in terms of how different LLMs can work together and work to their relative strengths. That's about it for this lesson. I hope you will find it useful, enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next lesson.